Do you ever feel like life's just one long test, but nobody ever taught you the material? I mean, we're expected to lead, we're expected to love, but nobody ever taught us how to carry grief, or more importantly, how to not fall apart when life doesn't go as planned. Let's talk about life and how do you live it. I mean, my life right now is absolutely fantastic. How is your life? Are you exactly where you expected yourself to be 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago? Is this the plan that you thought you had in your 20s? I could tell you this from experience. Mine's not. I remember lying on the couch with my then girlfriend, my now wife, and telling her I'll never be happy unless I'm making six figures. How naive. Happiness doesn't come from money. Happiness comes from striving. Happiness comes from reaching towards something, towards a goal, towards a success, towards the next stage of life. But how many of you have lived exactly how you planned? Is it exactly what you thought it was going to be? Do you have the exact life you wanted? Is it everything you dreamed? Not me. I mean, like I said a second ago, it's absolutely fantastic. I wouldn't change a thing. I love all the experiences that I had, good, bad, or indifferent, because they're what made me who I am. They are the sculptor's chisel, chiseling away the granite, making Jim Burrows who he is today. There's some flaws. He may have cracked the granite here or there. Heck, it might even have fallen apart and had to be glued back together. But it's who I am. Is it what I planned? No. Laying on that couch some 33, 34 years ago, naively, confidently saying to my wife, future wife, six figures, it's the only way I'll be happy. I've lived a lot of happiness in 30 years. I've lived a lot of grief in 30 years. There's been loss. I've lost friends. I've lost former students. I've lost jobs. I've lost money. A lot of money. But I was happy through it all. I was learning. Every negative thing was an opportunity to learn and be better. What negative things have you had in your life that make you struggle? Sometimes bring you to your knees, knock you completely down, take you for a loop, however you want to put it. Everybody has grief, everybody has negativity, everybody has bad experiences. Nobody plans for those. They're just bumps in the road, potholes, the uppity of the roller coaster before it's down and wee, woo, woo, before the exciting stuff happens. It's the ebb to the flow. It's the bad to the good. It's life. And you don't sit there and 18 years old, 22, 25 years old, heck, even at 30 years old, and pen out your whole life, and this is how it's going to be, chapter by chapter, paragraph by paragraph. Would that even be a life? That would just be a story. It would be one that you already knew the end to, because you could go back to the end of this script, the end of this book, the end of this novel that you've written some 15, 20 years ago, and you're going to know that I'm going to be here. Have you ever watched a sporting event that you recorded? There's been more times than I can remember where I've recorded a playoff game, a Super Bowl, a World Series game, and I did everything I could to not hear the result before I watched it, so I could go home and watch it and I could anticipate, and every single play bared on the next play. A double play here, a strikeout there. But inevitably I'd be riding home and be flipping through the stations on the radio, and all of a sudden I was here. The score tonight was 4-3. No! What's the point in watching? It's anticlimactic. There's no sense. The double play doesn't matter. The exciting home run makes no difference because you know your team lost. If you had that same thing in front of you and you knew the end to the story, what would be the point? Why would you want to live? You would literally just be going through the motions to get to that point. It wouldn't be exciting at all. It would almost be a downer, I think. Life is exciting because it's unpredictable. Life is exciting because even the best laid plans don't always go the way you thought. And that's okay. Because like I said a second ago, that's just the sculptor chiseling away, making you the best you can be. Knocking a piece off there, having to put it back on. Maybe changing this, changing that. It's ever changing. It's ever exciting. It's life. And it's awesome. It hurts. It stings. It's overwhelming at times. But it's still awesome. It's full of happiness. It's full of sadness. It's full of joy, grief, disgust, anger. So many things. It's life. It's a life that's meant to be lived. It's even more exciting when you have a purpose or something you're striving towards. It really is. I spent about 50 years just living. I wouldn't say I was living an exciting life. I was just going through what I thought was life. And then I found some purpose. I found some fulfillment. I made the decision to become a better version of me. And in that, I found that I like to help other folks become better versions of themselves. There is no more fulfillment than seeing a young person have a breakthrough moment, whether it's physically, mentally, academically. As a high school carpentry teacher, nothing brings me greater joy than kids saying, "Burrows, you taught me so much about life. It wasn't just about woodworking. It wasn't just about carpentry. I learned life in your class." There is no better compliment than that. That's what fills me up. That's what gives me purpose. So life is incredibly unpredictable, but are you living a life with purpose? Are you making an impact? Are you changing lives? Are you changing your life? Are you letting the sculptor make the best version of you he can? Just something to think about. If you're still here, thanks so much for being here. I encourage you to check out my website, jimburrowsthrives.com. It's live. It's got some more information about me, what motivates me, what I'm trying to do in my life. Check it out. Do me a favor. And if you've stuck around this long, thanks so much for watching. My name's Jim Burrows, and I'll see you in the next one.